Let's get it. Come on. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Key matchups, pregame show, analysis, and more from yours truly. Law to the nation, baby. Come on. The grind for your mind. Cowboys versus Bears live pregame show, key matchup, and more. And more. And more. And more. The inactive list just came out right before I hit that live button. Let me go over that too. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let's continue to grind. So shot. Come on. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yep. Shout out to you, Donna Weaver. C. Burleson, appreciate you. Ty from Dallas, appreciate you. No long intro needed, right? We got enough people in the house to get this thing rocking. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on. Hey. Automatic Charlie Matthews. Appreciate you so much for the donation. All right, so here, and I thank you so much, Charlie. Thank you so much for your love and appreciation for the nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, let me know if the audio is straight. You guys are all amongst this thing right here. So from what I can say, the key inactive players, Jabril Cox, he's not active, okay? Will Greer, he's not active. Ezekiel Elijah Elliott, he's not active. Malik Hooker is not active. And oh my goodness, what is going on? Sam Slamming Williams is not active. What is going on? And Tristan Hill is not active. And Noah Brown is not active. What is going on? What is going on? Now, Noah Brown, according to Todd Archer, he had foot issues, a neck issue, and let me see what else we have here. Shout out to Todd Archer. He coming in through the clutches with this over here, with this information for the nation. And let me see if I can pull up the screen so that everybody can see. Oh, my goodness, man. Now, this is no time to panic. You know, this would be a good situation for us collectively speaking. But man, Todd Archer, he says, with Noah out with a foot, 3rd round draft pick, you know.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
And what else with the 3rd round draft pick?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
If it's anybody, baby, that need to have the credence of having a good game, is JT, Jalen Tolbert, and I ain't talking about Tony. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here, we've been waiting to say. So if you are a day one, because I always do this. If you are a day one Jalen Tolbert guy, put it down in the chat. I want to know. I need to know. I got to know. If you're a day one Jalen Tolbert guy, I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to see him. Now, he got QB1 throwing him the ball, maybe, just maybe, because according to most information for the nation, Dak handpicked Jalen Tolbert. So I can't wait to say. And then, of course, Malik Hooker, he's out with the hammy, and I'm not worried about that because my guy, Izzy, been balling, man. And I think that Izzy will slide right on in and be that guy. So the Cowboys down 3 starters, and, of course, my guy Sam Williams with that knee. That's what he further went into details of it. Let me see what y'all saying. Day one from Small, appreciate you. Jerry Jones, let me play head drill, appreciate you. You got to know your running back, backup running back is today. Yeah, we'll find out what he's all about. You right. You 1,000,000% right. You know, Barry, appreciate you so much. You know, this team, the Moan clock is active, baby. You know, y'all see the video I did last night. You know, according to Mose, I can't wait. You know, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. Let me hit the refresh. Todd Archer coming through with the clutches, baby. You know, he on it. Rookie Damone Clark is activated like jail activator, like the kind that we have on Bobby Rush, you know, and will make his debut. Look for him on special teams a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's where you got to get your playing legs under you. You know, you got to play special teams. And another hitting element that a lot of people don't know, that Sam Williams had a lot of tick at special teams in his absence. So let me hit this right here and reshare what Todd Archer put out there, man, so everybody can see Todd Archer been this show for show. You know what I'm saying? TC, appreciate you. I'm a Clark day one guy. Come on.
Dracarys.
You know, it's finna be total pandemonium, baby. Look, I look at it like this with Damone Clark, and I get it. You know, a lot of people had their reservations because of the previous guy that had some similar neck situations. You know, if I can pull up his stat sheet right here. But, you know, the reality of it, in 12 games, this dude had 78 solos, right? Just contextualize that, right? 78 solos. That is hard to do. And the LSU gave him the 18. If anybody follows the LSU team, let me know in the chat, you know, because they don't give out 18 to just anybody. And for one, I'm going to point out the 135 total tackles. Excuse me, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. Pay attention to 15.5 tackles for loss. Equivalent. That is equivalent, Cowboy Nation, to the left. Cowboy Nations to the right. Cowboy Nations to the north. Cowboy Nation to the south. That is equivalent. Let me put the camera back on, mate. That is equivalent to a sack, meaning that you bust your chops to shoot through the A or B or C is forever gap, and you got to the opposition before they crossed the LOS. That is equivalent, baby, to a sack. For who out there who played football on any level understands that. That means that the ball didn't travel beyond the LOS, and it was either the running back or some little pitch toss to the tight end or something like that dude came down and
Dracarys.
And I get it. You know, we look at, you know, sacks 5.5. That ain't nothing to sneeze at, by the way. That is really good right there, especially coming off of a linebacker who's really up. Look, the duties of a linebacker is these things right here. I say this all the time when we breaking down linebackers in general. Read. That's reading the opposition, the offense. React. And then explode. RRE. And one famous linebackers coach would say, slow until you know. The differences between a great linebacker and an average linebacker is knowing. It doesn't matter. I had someone to hit me up on Facebook and say, hey, Law, what is his speed? What is Damone Clark 40 time? It don't matter. Read, react, explode. He's a 4.5 guy, right? How Law that slow? Well, no. Don't fall into the mindset of 4.3s or 4.4 guys make great linebackers, because you can be fast as all get out. And if you got those Luigi feet, you know, and you can't stop on a dime, flip your hips and chase and get to the scene, or if you can't stop your hips when it's time to go to hook to flat, and it don't matter how fast you are as long as you know where you're going. Slow until you know. And we had a guy by the name of Sean Lee. I think he was like a 4.7 guy. He wasn't the fastest of the fastest, but he had 22 tackles in one game. Nearly half of those tackles was for loss. Why? Because he knew where the opposition is trying to go. Don't fall in love with the 40 time. And excuse me, Roquan Smith, as good as he is, he runs a 4.5 too. You know what I'm saying? So don't fall in love with that. Okay, Cowboy Nation, that was just my little tidbit on that information. But I truly believe that the Cowboys will give the opportunities to LVE. and give the opportunities to Anthony Barr. I may not see that much of Damone Clark because we still in this situation, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate you, Lamont. If Clark played 17 games, he would have had 200 tackles. Yeah, or more. More and more, more and more. Appreciate you, baby. Lamont, thank you for the super chat. All right, John Lawrence, he got 38-9 for your mind. I appreciate you for that. Let's see what they're talking about.
Bring your windbreaker. This is only the 23rd time in Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium
they opened
history
the roof.
that we've had it fully open with the roof and the doors. And so the Cowboys are 11-11 all time, but only the 23rd time in 114 games. So I think it's nice when it's open.
Christy, what do you
ain't
got
no roof.
Your inactives, and are there any key inactives that we need to know about right now?
Yeah, there are. Well, of course, Zeke
Can y'all hear
Elliott,
audio?
but also on defense, some really key guys. Malik Hooker at safety. Sam Williams, who had such a coming out party last week. What a great game last week for the rookie defensive end. And he tweaked his knee in practice on Wednesday. Sam Williams is inactive. And then Tristan Hill at defensive tackle is inactive today. Now, yes, he showed up on the injury list this week. He was a full participant in all practices. They listed him with a thigh.
Sub it up, baby.
He is inactive today. I believe that's more of a coach's kind of thing because remember last week when they brought up Carlos Watkins and they had Neville Gallimore sitting. Neville Gallimore is active today. It is Tristan Hill that is inactive.
Interesting. Okay. Malik Hooker, guys like
you know?
this, Sam Williams. How much of this, Christy, is them being maybe a little bit conservative with these injuries, knowing that the bye week is here and you just miss one game and you get 2 weeks off for these guys?
I don't think that with Hooker and Williams and Zeke that it's being conservative. If they could have played today, they would have, right? And Malik Hooker, like Zeke, was not able to practice at all. Right, and so with Hooker, it's a hamstring injury. So, of course, that also changes things. Even with some of the logistics down here on the sideline on game day, he's one of the green dot guys who relays the play calls from defensive coordinator Dan Quinn to the defensive players in the huddle out there on the field. And so Donovan Wilson is going to share those duties with Jaron Kearse and Leighton Vander Esch today. But no, I think that these are the guys that if they could have played, they would be playing today.
Christy, you mentioned the defensive tackle rotation, though.
They're getting ready for Green Bay,
Jonathan
I can tell.
Hankins quite a bit, or do they have a plan for him?
Oh, you're definitely going to see Jonathan Hankins.
Big
he is
boy.
not on a pitch count. I talked to defensive line coach Aiden
Y'all hear that?
about this. And it could be anywhere, guys like Bohanna get about 20 to 25 plays a game. And so Hankins is going to be part of that.
Get those likes up, baby.
There. And, of course, things can be situational, right? If you have a little more short yardage situations, things like that. But don't be surprised if you get Jonathan Hankins maybe up to 20, 25 plays today. And then I asked, of course, Hankins being a
I want him at
vet,
15 to 20
he did
plays.
get to a couple of practices this week with the Cowboys, and so I asked Coach Dirty, is there a learning curve with a guy, even with so many years in the league, and how different is it from what he's been doing the past couple years with the Las Vegas Raiders? And he says, yeah, there's a learning curve, but he is a good veteran, and so any kind of adjustments or changes we can learn. He can learn on the fly. We can teach him on the fly. And then I talked with Tyler Biotish, who's the Cowboys starting center, and he had to go against Hankins last year when the Cowboys played the Raiders. And I said, what do you think? What do you remember from playing him? And he says, yeah, savvy veteran, real good fundamentally with his feet and everything. And he says he is hard to move out there. So I think it's a good addition to have him ready for this game going against a Bears team that is so good at running the ball.
Yeah, definitely going to need the best version of Jonathan Hankins that we can get. Perfect time to bring him in the middle of the defense versus this Bears rushing attack. It's led by the quarterback, Justin Fields, Christy. What type of challenge is he going to present today?
Well, it's interesting. I was talking with one of the Cowboys' offensive assistants, and that's Scott Tolzien, who, great college quarterback, played a little bit in the NFL. And so he looked at Justin Fields, studied him as Fields was coming out of Ohio State. And he says he's one of these creators at quarterback. And he likened him to Russell Wilson. When he says creating, says, like, unlike, you think of a more traditional drop back passer, so they drop back in the pocket and they're going through their progression.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Says
Until the
Fields
foe.
and guys like Russell Wilson's all like, okay, like they go through 1, 2, and then
3 until the
take
foe.
off. So what they're doing is creating more offense with their legs. So going to be a very interesting challenge. It's not the same as what they saw with Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia a couple weeks ago. Not as much. It's not the RPO exact same thing there, but certainly a big challenge with Justin Fields today.
Christy, with no Zeke, and of course we're going to get a heavy dose of Tony Pollard, but do you expect it to be a similar split in the carries as it usually is with Malik Davis coming in, or is it going to be kind of a one-man bell cow show with Tony Pollard today?
I don't know how much of a bell cow.
Stick to the
I
philosophy.
appreciate what Daryl Johnston was talking about earlier, and he and I were talking about on the sideline too before he came on with you guys. It's thing like, Pollard's never had to carry the load before. Well, he's never had the opportunity to carry the load before. But yes, so I think we're going to see doses of Malik Davis, and then we should also note that Olesen is active today. They elevated him from the practice squad, and that's a guy that played for Dan Quinn in Atlanta, has 4 years experience. So if something were to happen, it's not like they're going to a couple of rookies that are behind Pollard. You have Malik Davis, who's been in the system since the offseason and has played mostly special teams these past few weeks. But then Olesen is a guy that does have some experience if he's needed to step in and get more than just a few carries.
Outstanding as always, Christy. Thank you so much for the time, and we'll catch up with you next hour.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That's Olesen right
there.
there.
She goes, Cowboys sideline reporter Christy Scales, brought to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, better lives. Papa John's, the official pizza of your Dallas Cowboys. Getting you set for Cowboys and Bears kickoff just over an hour away from AT&T Stadium. The roof is open, the doors are open, and of course the gates are open as everybody is barreling in to the Miller Lite West Plaza getting set for kickoff here. We're just talking about Tony Pollard. Big concern today on those third and short yardage situations, maybe goal line situations brought us with no Zeke. That's kind of been his MO in this offense. Now you replace him with Tony Pollard. Is it that, or is it the pass protection that kind of concerns you the most?
I think that what your situation is, you need to find a way to make sure that you have a plan for this. And last week we saw the plan was to try and maybe break some tendencies instead of inside run, maybe some outside run. I wouldn't be surprised on some of those short yardage situations if you
ain't
don't
got
see
no
Malik
roof.
Davis running the ball. We remember
okay.
when you look at him from training camp, when you look at him in those preseason games, and they were having to get a lot of starts. It wasn't Ezekiel. He didn't play a snap. It was. We saw a lot of Malik Davis, and we saw the ability with the physicality that they were able to run with him. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to be all Tony Pollard. I think there's going to be some, as concerned as I might be with that, I might feel like, though, that maybe
Olesen can block.
Them go with more Malik Davis in
Malik,
those short yardage
Malik Davis pretty good, too.
Power that he was able to show.
Very interesting. It's certainly the thing that I'm most excited for in regards to today's matchup. Just how the offense looks in general. Of course, the passing game. You would like to see the passing game. Dak Prescott, these wide receivers get going, especially against this Bears defense that shouldn't have much of a pass rush to speak of.
Jalen Tolbert, he's a willing blocker too, by the way.
Malik Davis, he showed up well in the preseason. He has not played an offensive snap this season to this point. That'll certainly change today. He had 92 carries for 487 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 23 receptions, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns last season at Florida. So the rookie going to get his first opportunities today, and I'm really excited to see how Tony Pollard and this rushing attack looks without Ezekiel.
Let's go.
Broadus, I don't want to freak you out too much here, but it is about 12 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter in London, where the Broncos are leading the Jacksonville Jaguars 14-10. Why that would concern you is
bet payoff stuff?
It's the survivor pool. You're riding the Jaguars, and
I need the Jags to win.
Nothing earlier.
Yeah.
If the Jags win,
are you concerned about
Broncos gonna fire
sale
sale
Nation this week?
Late touchdown from Jacksonville as the clock expires. Come on, Jacksonville.
Remember last week they got stuffed at the 1 yard line on the final play.
No, don't do that.
These Jaguars have some close call, heartbreaker kind of games this year. You saw Matt Ryan throw the game-winning touchdown pass on him a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it plays out in London here. But
This is not looking good right now, is it?
Broadus has a lot riding on this game with the Broncos leading 14-10 over the Jaguars. All right, we are just over 60 minutes to kick off AT&T Stadium. The Miller Lite West Plaza is where we are, and we'd love to see you as you enter AT&T Stadium today. We'll hear from Mike McCarthy, his one-on-one with Brad Sham, and we'll break this game down coming up next on 105.3 The Fan.
All right, so while they head off to commercial break, appreciate everybody for tuning in. If this your first time ever been here, my name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys, sports talk, and beyond. And this particular game, Cowboy Nation, is a situation whereas, yes, it seems as if though the Cowboys resting a lot of guys, or this is kind of like the midpoint. And I'm not saying that they overlooking this game, by the way. I'm not saying that, but they got serious injuries, like with what we are saying with Malik Hooker, hamstring. Those things can linger. Ezekiel Elliott knee. Those things can linger, as well as with Sam Williams. Those things can linger. So what the Cowboys looked at is saying, okay, where should we rest some guys and still do some evaluation on the fly so that we can make sure right before this trade deadline that we know exactly what we got out of Navarre Gallimore, right? So we know exactly if one of these safeties that maybe we have some insecurities about, maybe we can start looking around and bring in another safety. Oh, excuse me, we got some issues with linebacker. Let's see if we can elevate a Damone Clark to see what he can do. And by the way, this is a contract year for Tony Pollard. Let's see if he can tote the rock. You know, he said, if they call it, I will haul it. So let's see, can Tony Pollard stand tall and be that dynamic running back that we all been banging on the table and saying, okay, give him the bulk of the shares. Let's see if the offense can still triculate and get down the field with my guy Tony Pollard. So those things is what they're pretty much saying. Cowboy Nation. Noah Brown is out. Yeah, so it is what it is at this point. A third of the Cowboy Nation will say, hey, man, hey, Jerry, the writing is on the wall. Sometimes opportunities will present itself right in your face, right? And it will tell you, hey, these are the things you need. Now, I'm on the record saying that, yeah, Odell Beckham may help this team out. Yes, you got other guys that T.Y. Hiltons of the world. You got other guys that you maybe can entertain after the trade deadline. Right? There's a situation that you can say to yourself after the trade deadline. You can say, all right, cool. I will be willing to do this. I will be willing to do that. Because you can always, after the trade deadline, pick up the phone and say, Odell, come on over. You know, what number you would like to wear, you know. And it's the same well as with other guys that's out there right now. You can always pump the brakes after the trade deadlines and say, all right, we'll pick up the phone. But before the trade deadline, and it's right at November, it's November the 1st, right? So somebody said, bring back T.O. No. That will be really entertaining, the circus right there. Bringing in Terrell Owens or Antonio Brown. If you really want to go scorch earth, burn this thing down, you can make those type of movements there. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, they do have a lot of confidence. Yeah, I'm in the stadium. Go Cowboys. Shout out to you, John Jones. Appreciate you, man. Send me pictures, man, where you at on my Twitter. You know, I appreciate that. Hooker is out, yeah, and Noah. Yeah, we went over that list. Let's go over it again. The inactive, some key contributors, Cowboys inactive. This is from John Machota. Appreciate him and his work and his love and adulations for the station. He's have Will Greer out. Ezekiel Elliott is out. Hooker is out. Jabril Cox, he's always out. Sam Williams, Tristan Hill, Noah Brown, they are all inactive. So my thing is the Jabril Cox thing. Like, he was the guy, believe it or not, like Ripley's. You know, where my music at? He was the guy in training camp that we was like, hey, That boy right there, that Forte, woo! Sure, he quick. He shed. He was getting upfield. He was making plays. And then in one preseason game, he gave up one big run, but I think he bounced back tremendously, and he was like second in team in tackles. And I was like, yeah, that's the kid that we're going to see for the future. And then when he came out to the event at Cowboys Experience, me and Boss Cowboy, we kind of cornered him, and we asked him, like, what do you really want to do? What role do you see yourself in a Cowboys uniform? And he looked us in our eyes, and he said, J-Ron Curse. So he sees himself as a hybrid style safety / linebacker. So at this point, it's hard pressed for us to see any situation. Whereas you look at what Donovan Wilson did for us for the first few weeks or what have you in the absence of J-Ron Curse, I don't see Jabril Cox doing better than that. And then, of course, the Cowboys, based off the resume of what J-Rock did last year, getting his spot back, I don't see them putting him on the bench for Jabril Cox. So he is a situation that maybe, just maybe, the Cowboys looked at this thing and said, all right, man, we just don't have room for you. He's not big enough to play in that Anthony Barr role, in my opinion. As I looked at his film assessment and I did the analysis, I like Jabril Cox detached from the box. I like him on the edge. I like him running hook to flat at times, but I don't want to see him shooting through the B or the A gap on a consistent basis. So that could be the situation for Jabril Cox. And then even for the future, I really don't even see Jabril as being that Mike, but I do see with my natural eyes, number 33 being that guy, Damone Clark, as being that middle linebacker who can really put the super glue or the cement to the Cowboys defense, and you would still have Parsons being Parsons, right? And then you would sprinkle in what Jabril can do, in my opinion. Appreciate you, Gina, with the G. Thank you. And appreciate you, James and Logan. Thank y'all for jumping in. Chicago's going down harder than the Halloween Ends ratings. Halloween Ends rating. Yeah, Michael Myers. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, by the way, yesterday I saw Black Adams. It was all right. Black Adams. I ain't going to spoil the movie. We'll talk about it a little later on down the line. But it was all right. You know what I'm saying? A little bit too much dialogue. I want some action, baby. But shout out to Black Adams, Let me see if they're back from commercial break. All right, let's see what they got. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all having a good time so far? Let me know. Let me know if y'all having a good time. You excited? Captain NG said he's excited about Clark.
Line,
yeah.
And, when you're struggling with your line, pass protection is an issue, and that's with the Bears. They have an answer for that today, and that's running the football. And with this running backs that they have with Montgomery. And with also with Fields, they could bring a physical downhill style, and the Cowboys had better bring the big boy pants today in having to deal with this Bears rushing attack.
All right, let's continue going inside the preview here. Sleep brought to you by Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And I just had a Bears fan scream in our direction, "Run the ball and play defense." Yeah, and that's really all the Bears can do. There's a reason he said that. It doesn't seem like this Bears team can do much in the way of passing the football, even though it is 2022. Brian Broaddus.
Yeah, it is, and they just don't have the skill on the outside that most teams have. But they got capable players on offense. So we'll see, though. Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator, they had a really nice game plan against the Patriots on Monday night. It may be a different look. Maybe they saw that, hey, when you play the Patriots, you could do this in the running game, and it's going to be on a short week for them. Is it just a matter of just coming in here and running the football? I think you have to have a plan. They had a really good plan on Monday night. Let's see if they can have that similar type of plan. Cowboys have to be ready for that, though. Again, the power running game, the quarterback running, have to be alert for scrambles, too. The quarterback scrambling. This guy gets a lot of yards on broken plays.
He do.
All right, let's go inside the numbers, brought to you by Papa John's, the official pizza of the Dallas Cowboys. Better ingredients, better pizza. It is Papa John's. How about 2 of the Cowboys' 3 worst run defensive performances this season by rush defense, expected points added, EPA per snap? Came against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, Daniel Jones and the Giants. These rushing quarterbacks have given a little bit of fits to the Cowboys. A little bit of a small sample size, there's no question about that. But you mentioned the scrambles. Do the scrambles, do you have more fear about the Justin Fields scrambles today or the designed runs where he's got 10 blockers and right at the snap, he's taken off to one of the edges?
Well, what I worry about is all of a sudden you get in a situation where you get them in a passing situation and then all of a sudden, instead of throwing the ball, he breaks the pocket. He drops back, your rush. The Cowboys are really good with their twist game, their stunt game, those types of things. And all of a sudden, then there's that little bit of a lane, and he sees it. You're in man coverage, and he takes off running. And so those are the things you worry about all of a sudden. Yeah, you've now got him in a 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, and then he takes off running for like 20 yards. And that's something you worried about with Jalen Hurts. They did a pretty good job of handling him in that game. Daniel Jones was a little bit different with the way he was able to run with the football in that game. So I think the Cowboys are a little bit more prepared. I think that the preparation, getting ready for this game, and the fact that I think it's better that they saw the Bears have success at it Monday night.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes you get in these games and immediately, whether you follow spreads or lines or whatever, immediately the spread's 10.5. And you're thinking, well, the Bears, they can't move it, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't score. And then all of a sudden they go out and they throw a game out like that where you're like, whoa, just got your attention there. Look at the physicality. They got up in that game very early and then all of a sudden had to hang on. Bears teams in the past have been would fold at that point. But they were able to come back. They were down 3. They from the rest of that point on didn't give up anything to the Patriots.
No doubt.
Bailey Zappi had been playing pretty well at quarterback for the Patriots. So give the Bears credit on defense for kind of shutting some things down. Let's also remember, though, Matt Eberflus was the defensive coordinator. He's the head coach for the Bears. He was a defensive coordinator against the Cowboys when they was at we played in Indianapolis, and they completely shut down a Cowboy team. They had won like 5 straight games, and then also they lose a game and win 4 more from that. So he was able to shut those guys down pretty well.
Yeah, that's a good call. There's no question about it. Stopping Justin Fields, they caught Bill Belichick and the Patriots last week by surprise. Hopefully the Cowboys will not be surprised because Justin Fields converted 10 of the Bears' 11 third downs on Monday night, 5 with his legs, 5 through the air. He will present some challenges. The Cowboys are 9.5-point favorites, though, so we look forward to this matchup, and we continue to get you set here on the official pregame show of the Dallas Cowboys with the Coach's Corner. Brad Shem, his exclusive one-on-one with head coach Mike McCarthy. Coming up next, you're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
What does it mean to
All
be a
right,
part
Cowboy
of
Nation, appreciate y'all so much. Give me 1 second while I
the Dallas Cowboys.
fix this up. I got to fix this up. Give me 1 second. Appreciate everybody for tuning in while they go to commercial break. It is what it is at this point. Bam, here we go. Now we can zoom that back up. Cowboy Nation, I'm trying to build this plane while we in the air. I'm doing a good job too of it. I'm patting my own self on the back. Let's do this. Shout out to my guy, my brother from a same mother, Twin Empire. If he's in the building, man, appreciate him. Get ready for those drinks. Yes, indeed, man. All right, so what we going to do here, we got some time, so we're going to open up the phone lines and get your thoughts, get your opinions of everything. Mods, if you can, put the numbers down below, and we're going to go at least about 20 minutes or so, and I want to know your thoughts. Look, we can't have a long conversation because I got to break this down and set up for the live play-by-play in about 30 minutes. So the phone number is 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind. Appreciate all of you guys so much for tuning in. So let's go. I want to know your score prediction. Don't run. Don't fold up like a wallet or a launcher.
Call my phone, hit my line.
Come on.
Only ones who down for
Only the ones that down for me, baby.
My way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thorough my way on this side.
There is one
Keep
other
it super thorough my way on this side.
The conference has been locked. The
Mother and my
conference
brothers,
has
there's
been
no
unlocked.
catching, keep
All
it real.
participants
Yes, indeed. Come on. All right.
Please announce yourself.
Keep it off the books and keep it coming.
Come on.
It's the OFC what I'm coming in. The inside caramel.
Jake.
Yo, what's happening with you, Law?
Nothing to it, Chief, man. Talk to me. What's on your heart, man? Talk to me.
Man, shit, man. Just getting ready for the game. I was going to say, look for Jalen Tolbert to shine.
Right.
You know, I don't think we had a chance with Cooper Rush. Not saying Cooper Rush was a bad quarterback. It just there was no chemistry. Him and Dak been working out at the Dak yard.
Yeah.
And I like the Cowboys to win 26-13 and to cover the spread. That's all I got, man. How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? So look for us to cover the spread. Look for Dak Prescott with his tour, Jalen Tolbert. I got that down in the books of the mind. Appreciate you, Jake the Great. Good call from him. All right, man, we got the infamous, man. I'm talking about one of the legends over here. We got Coach Marv from the 803. You're live.
What's going on, Law, man?
Nothing to
Hey,
it.
man, love Sunday football, man. Like I told you a couple of weeks ago, we just trying to get to 6-2.
Yeah.
I was one Cowboy fan. Don't worry. Let's don't worry about ugly victories now. Let's don't worry about that. This
Right.
the halfway point. I don't care if it's 7-6. That's the only thing you're trying to do is position yourself to be able to get yourself in a position where you can start rolling, so you have a chance to be able to. And let's don't worry about what other teams are doing. They're doing what they're doing. We have to be focused on the game that we have, and we have to know who we are and what makes us best.
Yeah.
Know who we are and what makes us best. Law, you have done for months. They're giving out stat after stat after stat that says not be a run first, grind it out team, but be committed to running the football and committed to a number of carries to keep this team on schedule. And it has proven over history, past and present, that that's who we are, and that what makes Dak Prescott the best, that what makes our Cowboy team the best, and that's where we roll. And we do not, regardless of what all the rumors are, with whatever we bring in, it still needs to fit in that mode of who we are.
No doubt, Coach Marv, man, with the dimes, man, with the gems and everything. I appreciate you. Run the ball, y'all. Y'all listen. Go Cowboys. It's Coach Marv, y'all. You know, hey, that's one of the legends over here in the Cowboys community. Before he even got a YouTube page or anything, you know, Coach Marv brings the heat. And speaking of this, man, I got a guy on the line, and I ain't talking about 40 grand. Nor am I talking about 90 grand. I talk about a man with the plan with 100 grand. What's good with you, fam?
What's good, my guy?
Nothing to it, Chief.
Listen, man, I think we're gonna come in here, and I think it's gonna be 28 to like 10.
28, 10 of them. Okay, all right. You know, that's what I like to see. And we ain't got no roof, you know. We got the roof wide open. We ready to bust it wide open, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and tell her bring it back, you know.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you see Black Adams? Did you see Black Adams,
Nah, I
fam?
didn't see
Oh,
it
okay,
yet. I didn't
okay.
see it
All
yet.
right.
And just to let you know,
Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit discouraged to see it from what you said earlier.
Wait a minute.
I don't know if I want to see it now because of what you just said. I don't know. I said, man, that's enough for me now.
Wait a minute, I said it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting Avengers, but I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe my expectations were just too high, you know. But I do like the aspect of the rough and rugged type of hero that's not the hero. You know what I'm saying? I do love that aspect of it without telling you guys the movie. But, you know, just a lot of dialogue. It was necessary dialogue. But just too much.
Man, Lord, the message I said, everybody said it was good. Everybody said, word, it was good. You need to go see it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go see it. Man, and then you say that, I said, I don't know.
It's all right, man. 28 to 10. 28 to 10, man. Look. After this victory, if it's in the worlds of worlds that you say, go ahead, man, go ahead, skip down there and go watch that movie. Don't watch it on bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Go watch the real one. Now, if it's bootleg, if it's a movie that falls in the lines of Netflix, I would let people know, like, nah, dog, you can catch that one on Netflix, or the guy with the password.
But you can spend some money on that.
Yeah. Go. You can go to the movie and watch that one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I appreciate you, fam. Yeah, that $100,000, baby. That man with the plan right there. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we have. Hold on, let's get this super chat, man. I appreciate you, B-Week. Thank you so much, man, for your groove there, man. Hold on. Here we go, right here. He got right here. Hankins should strengthen our run D. I'm not sure what to think about this game. We should beat them by 10 points. We are a better team at home. We need to beat the hell out of this team and show out. That's from my guy B-Week. He's speaking straight from his mind, and straight from his thoughts of what this team should look like. This should be a situation that the Cowboys, maybe, just maybe, the Bears defense may stop the first few series there. They may be all crunk and hyped about that and this, because especially when you think about the game that they beat down the Patriots, they living off of that high, right? And that high can last for a while. But what the Cowboys need to do is punch them right in the mouth, let it be tight for the first quarter, and then start pulling off in the third and the fourth quarter for sure. But I appreciate you, B-Wee. Thank you for your support. Good super chat from him. We got some more callers, some ballers in the house, man. We got the 254, Waco, Texas, holding it down. What you got for me? Just call back 254. Appreciate you. We got the 860. You're live.
Law is VIP, baby. It's game time, Law.
It's game time.
Law. We can't have the rest of the nation folding up like lawn chairs, because I am welcoming to the VIP room this week my boy D. Clark Kent, a.k.a. Superman.
Ooh, you already gave him a nickname, baby.
Yes, that's right. D. Clark Kent, baby. I've been waiting for this day. I want us to ease him in, though, Lord, because I heard this guy, he's like the mad scientist. Once you get him on the field, it's going to be hard to get him off.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you heard, but him and our boy Micah has been in a time race to see who gets the miles per hour, and he beat Micah.
Who that is again?
Yes, he beat Micah in miles per hour. They wanted to see how many miles per hour they could gain running during the 40. And I heard he beat Micah.
Who?
Our boy Clark Kent.
Oh, Clark. Oh, I didn't know that. When did they do?
Yes.
When did they did that experiment?
They did this experiment after practice. And I guess, if you look at the interview, Micah admitted to it. He said that even D. Clark, he ain't named him D. Clark Kent yet, but he said D. Clark had beat him. And getting the miles per hour. You know how they clock that miles per hour speed, how they're rating it? So if he's running that, just competing with Micah, can you imagine those two on the field together?
Hey, man, it's going to be dope, man. This is my honest opinion. I think they're going to slowly bring him in, though. I think he's going to get more of the special team plate or special team tick, and then they're going to slowly integrate him into the defensive system. But, maybe he get 2-3 snaps. That would be good. But I think that they slowly move him in.
Well, look, whether he slow walked in or ease walked in, just look, have him just, because I already know he studied the middle linebacker. So you already know who he's going to replace.
Hands down, he is a Mike, There's no question about that. He is a Mike. Yeah,
so we already know.
Yeah.
So we already know whose spot he got to give up. So we know our boy the Hugger. The Hugger's going to have to get some time off, man. Look, I don't wish for the Hugger to get hurt. But Hugger, man, just go tell him you need some extra water or you're dehydrated, man. We love LVE the Hugger, but I need a hitter. I need a hitter, and I need somebody to cover that middle of the field and sideline to sideline. That's our weakness.
You ain't lying. And then on top of that, with this in mind, we got big Jonathan Hankins. Now they're talking about maybe giving him 20 to 25, but I want him around 15 to 20 though, and then the rest will be the mix. But I don't want him anywhere more than that.
That's it. That first and second down. We don't need him on third down. First and second down. We can rotate him in. Now, did you see is our boy what is the lineup today? Is Lattimore sitting again?
Who? Gallimore? No. Gallimore will be playing today.
Okay,
Gallimore playing, and they got Tristan Hill being a healthy stretch. So this is in the rounds of, hey, they need to see what they got and they need to showcase what they got. This could be a trade situation, or it couldn't be. It could be. I don't know what the Cowboys' philosophy is with everything, but we're about to find out today, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So we could trade up until today, right?
No, we got until November the 1st. It will be the last day. So these guys need to have some good tape and good resumes out so people can see. What you got down for the score prediction, VIP?
I got 28-13. 28-13. My Cowboys with the dub. You already know how about them Cowboys. Let's get it, baby.
Yes, indeed, my guy, man. That's Tupac, man, live in the flesh, baby. The dude look just like Tupac, by the way. I got two more callers. I got the 316, my guy, and then we got Aaron from Long Beach, man. Let's go with the 316. You're live.
Law, what's going on, Cowboy Nation? What's good?
Nothing to it, Chief, man. What's on your mind, man? What's on the cranium?
Man, yo, this is music to my ears. You know what I'm saying? Getting Clark in the mix, it's about to. Them dogs about to be loose, boy.
Turn you to Smokey Robinson, baby.
Hey.
It turn you to Smokey over here, man. It's about to get medieval, man.
Let me tell you, when they said he's back, I was like, oh, we got Mac from the program back.
Yeah.
We trying to put the women and kids to bed. Hey, we go searching for practice, boy. Let's go get it.
Let's get it.
Woo. But I think this is going to be our all-around game today.
What?
I think Dak might hit 300 yards and probably 50 rushing.
Wow. Dak?
Yeah.
Running?
Yep.
Well, just get out of bounds. Don't lower no shoulders. Don't be fullback, Dak.
Please step out of bounds.
Step on out, dive out of bounds.
Yeah. Jump out of bounds.
Yeah. And you know what I like too? I saw one of those clips. I think it was Sounds of the Sidelines, and Dak. Politician Dak need to be talking to those aficionados. Hey man, how you doing? How your kids? Hey, you got something on your nose, man. Hey man, you need anything? I got some extra apparel. He need to be one of those politician Daks too.
Yeah, timeout. During timeout, take him some water.
Yeah, man. Are you doing any TikToks, man? I heard he was literally. I heard him. He was saying, "Hey, man, you an engineer? What you doing here? You're a deacon." He was talking to one of them. You a deacon of a church, man? Don't you supposed to be in somebody's church? Dak need to be that.
You missing service right now. Yeah, but I mean. I think this is going to be our all-around game, and I'm looking at us going 33-6. They're not going to get in the end zone. They're going to kick us up a field goal.
Wait, man, come on, man. 33-6. I don't care who they are. You know what I'm saying? But 33-6 at home. Oh my gosh, boy. Look, dog. If that happened, man, I got something special to you. Kamara to the Bills. Is that official, Choctaw? Let me know. But, man, I appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me hear you say it before I let you roll.
How about them Cowboys? Let's let them hang today. Come on,
let them hang. That's my guy, man. Yes, indeed, man. The movie star. 33-6. Oh my goodness, man. Aaron, man, you've been waiting here patiently, man. What's good, man? From the 562. What's on your heart?
What's going on, love?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
He said 36-6. That's a great score.
33-6. And let them kick 2 field goals or score a touchdown and miss a field goal. One of the ways they got the 6. But that would be, don't you know how crunk I will be?
Man.
Shoot.
My only question is, can Tony Pollard soften up that defense, or is he just going to get lightning every time he touches the ball?
The graces of that is that the Bears are 29th against the run.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
goodness. They all
of
play their best when they play it.
I know they've been doing extra push-ups, eating creatine and peanut butter. They've been going to bed early this week. They ready to play the Cowboys. I know for sure. Even Matt Eberflus, he been doing push-ups, drinking his protein shakes and everything. So yeah, he ready.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's ready. So yeah, it's gonna be a slow fest.
Yeah.
Cowboys pull it out. I got 24-10.
20 what?
24-10.
24?
24-10.
That's still a celebratory champagne bottle for me, man. And if that happened, man, I'll still be crunk as all get out. I got my jacket over there. I'll have my jacket on. Y'all see me go crazy too, man, because what we need is a good game heading into this bye.
Yeah, and also this was 24 in the first half, and then they just set them out completely out the rest of the game.
Yeah, because if it's like what my guy just said, 33-6, that means that they done brought in at some point they done brought in Cooper Rush. Like, Cooper Rush, come on out there and get you some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Appreciate you having me on. I'll be on later.
All right, no doubt, man. Salute to you, man. Good call from my guy, man. That was the last caller, man. So if y'all didn't call in, y'all didn't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get ready. We gonna get ready to shut this down and open up the actual game play-by-play analysis. If you're watching via the Facebook, Facebook said I can't do the play-by-play over there, regardless of it, because we got people that's smarter than most people who said I put misleading information out there on Facebook saying that I'm trying to show the game. So therefore, I was told that I can't do the live stream there. So what I'm gonna do is we do for the Facebook community and the Twitch community. Shout out to them. They all cool. Y'all just come on over here and jump in over here on the YouTube. We'll do it independently on the YouTube, Twitch, and those would be the 2 platforms we would do the play-by-play analysis. But shout out to Facebook though. Shout out to y'all. You know. I guarantee y'all, man, we're going to have a great time. It's going to be my thoughts, my opinions, and how we get things going over here. Let me see before we roll, though, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's grind. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go, and we'll be right back in a few seconds. And on top of that, we got 30 minutes before kickoff, so let's get it, baby. Let's go. You already know.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Let's go, baby. Moments like this, let me give you guys these thoughts before I rock, though. Moments like this, regardless of the levels of competition, you got to showcase your dominancy. You got to bring out and perform up to the level of your mind's sake. Regardless of what the outside noise say to you, regardless of what people already try to put you inside a box, you got to break out of it. You got to stand tall. Sometimes people got to understand if it's being down, there's nothing wrong with that. You see, a lot of people bloviating. A lot of people like to sit back and say that this team is the situation. It's just like MG, as I tell him politely, to lean forward in low life this, because he said Law Nation is a low life. But it's funny that he's here listening in to the nation. They said if you want to know if you're doing anything successful in life, where would be your detractors? Where would be your haters? Where would be the people that try to sully and denigrate you to bring you down? Because if you ain't good, nobody will say this person is bad. This person is terrible. This person is a fraud. This person is a cheater. This person is no good. But it's somehow when you're doing things that are of good, people like to take those things away. And just like the Dallas Cowboys, we didn't give ourselves the America's team name, it was given to us. We didn't ask to be the most visible universe team, universally. Everybody trying to take a piece of what the Cowboys put to the table. Right? So I always tell people, at the end of the day, measure the distance that's traveled and look back. And if somebody is willing to walk a mile with you, you walk twine with them, right? And even if somebody try to break down you, try to uplift them. But if they get in the way, don't be afraid to go out there and make that whip and whoop them. You know, and slap them around. Because there was one person that went into the sanctuary and saw that the people were trying to use that temple to sell things. Now you guys getting some sermon over here. And he said he got frustrated just enough to go out there and make a whip and slap them around and get them up out of there, because this house is meant for one purpose. And I'm going to tell you right now that anybody that try to use the words against me, that this nation, Law Nation, is used for one purpose. Is to elevate the nation, to grab hold to the good things and elevate them. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror, of your mind for it, if you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sleeping out of your car in God's name can stop you and turn you around from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besiege and beset it with the help of Almighty, you will get it. I made more money in 1 month than I made in all the years that I was struggling, because of I look up to the hills, right? I get the strength from inside of me, because I know that the elevation is from the mind and the heart. If you put your mind to it, you can do the same thing, Cowboy Nation, and anyone that's listening that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go, baby. Run it up. Focus your mind to it, baby. That's all I'm saying. You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised how the increase can happen. Come on. Roll those credits, baby.
Ticket to a meal lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Come on.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Yeah.
Come on.
Count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside.
Yeah.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play.
Charge it to the game. Come on.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck. same, now switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth
more than me.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Come on.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it.
Hey.
Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately
I just wanna run it up. Boom. Come on.
Kinda check a song. Lately I just
Wanna run it up.
Count that too, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up.
One love, Cowboy Nation. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk. And we'll be back in a few. Salute.